Hey there, Michael here. How to break through the insanity of relapse on semen retention. Why? Why am I calling it the insanity of relapse? Because, as we all know, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. For me, when I was stuck in the insanity of relapse, it didn't actually feel like insanity. I really believe that this time, when I said I was never going to do this again, this would be the last time ever, that was going to be the case, that I was really going to follow through on those words. Because I really, really meant it. However, nothing changed. Why did nothing change? Because I didn't do anything differently. I was just saying that I would. And it's not like words aren't powerful, they are. But there's levels of power when it comes to creating. And words are lower than actions. It goes thoughts, words, actions in order of power that they have to create. So in this video, I want to share with you how to begin to actually change. Because if you don't actually change, nothing will change. You continue to get the same results. Semen retention, success with it will not be a reality for you. And, that sucks. That really sucks. Because for me, there was nothing worse than that to know that relapsing was causing me so much pain and suffering and holding me back in every area of my life, causing me to be less of who I really was, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. Knowing the answer, knowing what I needed to do, knowing that it was right there, but not. That was the worst of all. That sucked, man. That was probably some of the hardest times in my life. So, yeah, this is what I wish somebody told me. Okay, first thing, making the change mentally. Why? Because mentally, what we believe, what we think about, that determines our actions, which determines our results. So whatever you're thinking right now, whatever you're believing about semen retention, about yourself, about life, about women, about even your work, what's needed, what's not needed for you, what's normal, what's not normal, all of this paradigm that you're currently living in, that needs to change for you to take different action to get a different result. Now, number one way on how to do that is open yourself to new material, exposing your mind to new things. And really, pretty much anything is going to be better than doing the same thing, right? Because we already ruled that out. Same thing doesn't work. So anything would be better, but the best is being open to receive what life hands to you. So for me, it's life will show me a book or something. Books are great. Books will definitely open you to a new paradigm. And how I'll know it'll be like the right book for me is there'll be resistance to it. Like my ego won't want it, because deep down my ego knows that it's going to die when I read this book. Like, this book is going to have me transform and become somebody else. And my ego doesn't want that. My ego wants to remain as who it is. This is me. This is my story. This is my struggle with semen retention, because that's the ego gets off on that. That's how the ego survives. So when we're given something like literature that would actually change and transform it, the ego's like, knows it's on its last legs. So we'll put up a fight. Oh no, that's nonsense, this and that, this and that, this and that. Right? And vice versa. So if you see a book and you like rub your hands together like, yes, this is great, this is going to tell me more of what I already believe and reinforce what I already know, then you know that's your ego, and that's not going to have you change, right? So yeah, like, all good if what you're thinking and feeling is already great and you just want to keep on supporting that, perfect, beautiful. But if it's not, if you're not getting if your thoughts aren't producing the results you want in your life, then not good. You don't want to support that. And this is the world we're living in right now. Like, we're living in bubbles. We're all living in bubbles because of the algorithms. We're just constantly seeing information to support and to show us what's already going on in our minds, what we already believe and think. So we're just stuck in this bubble, not growing anywhere. So we need to break free of the bubble. And, you know, life transcends the algorithm as well. So life will show you stuff and bring you stuff. So yeah, to change mentally, know that if there's resistance to it and if you're being shown something, go for it, pick it up, allow yourself to be expanded. And yeah, my golden rule is like, if I'm shown the same thing like twice or 3 times, like, it's time to pick that thing up. Every time. It's been something that's really helped me. Okay, secondly, emotionally. We need to change emotionally. Why? Because we are all emotional beings running emotional patterns. And when it comes to relapse, what I've found is I was turning to porn and masturbation because subconsciously there was something I didn't want to feel, right? And I might not even been able to name the emotion. Now I can. It was shame. I don't want to feel this. And I'd turn on porn, start touching myself. Yeah, because it distracted me and had me avoid feeling that. It could be fear. Something made me feel fearful, right? So we need to change our emotional world where we can actually be with those feelings. We can actually feel them and actually have them like run their course without us feeling like we have to jump in and like intervene with them with a behavior that's destructive to our life. So this one's about acceptance. Now you can accept by yourself by surrendering and accepting what's moving through you and breathing into it. That will help. Second one that I haven't spoken about much on this channel is having someone to communicate with, somebody that's been there before, somebody that can be accepting of what you're sharing and really bring out of you what you're feeling, what's really there, what's been unconscious for you, because then you're going to understand what you're feeling. And not only that, when you're heard in that and when it's accepted by somebody else, and you know that it's like there's not something wrong with you because you're feeling this way, then you can accept it. You can accept it and be with it. You don't have to like fight it off or try and run away from it. You can be like, yeah, this is okay. This is normal to feel like this. And yeah, instead of like I said, choosing to relapse, you can choose something that's empowering for you, empowering for your life. Okay, deep breath. Third one, physically change. What do I mean? Yeah, this is huge. This is probably, I don't know, they're all big, but this was huge for me. For me, I physically couldn't hold the new energy in my body that semen retention was giving me. Like my body couldn't hold it. There was too many blocks energetically in my body, and the chi, the prana, the ojas, the life force was like, it's too much. I have to release. Like, this is intense. It's too intense. I don't know what to do, and I'm freaking out. So for me, a big breakthrough in that was like physically opening myself energetically, clearing these energetic blocks so the life force could move through my body freely, right? Because very simply, like, say you're blocked in your belly, say you're blocked in your heart, but you're open in like your sexual organs, then that's where the energy is going to leak out of. That's where the energy, going to be, when it gets, intense, that's where it's going to get released from, right? You may find yourself like at 5 days every time you're like, oh, this is too much. 3 days or 1 day or whatever, right? It's because, and physically, you need to change. How to do that? Breath work and body work, bioenergetics and core energetics will help you open and release some of this stuff. Ultimately, if you're guided through it, better, because what can happen is the mind will stop just before you process and release it again. Why? Because that's the whole thing. It wants you to feel safe. It feels unsafe. That's why the blocks are there. So if you can have someone to guide you through it, better, and also somebody that can discern what is best for you, what kind of breath work, what kind of body work is best for you, because it's not all equal, right? So for some people, breath work will take you into your head, will take them into the head. Hello, birdie. And for other people, will take them into their body, right? You want it to be taking you into your body, not into your head. If it's taking you into your head, the body work or the breath work, then you need to do something more less intense. You need to do something less intense, like a meditation or a body scan or a breath awareness that brings you into your body to feel these sensations, to be okay with these sensations, so they can ultimately process and release. You don't need someone. You can make a lot of gains, a lot of energetic gains by yourself, at least initially anyway. So there are some things that can really help you change, really help you raise your frequency and transcend this problem. When you're on a higher frequency, what was a problem for you at the lower frequencies is no longer a problem anymore. So let me know how you found this one. Let me know if you've found this to be helpful. If you've resonated with it, if you haven't, if you've agreed with it, if you haven't, if it triggered something in you or was really, felt really beneficial for you to hear. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.